Hey guys, so this video is a little different. It's VeaPeachy, and today is the ninth year and ninth anniversary of my mom's death. She died March 30th of 2014. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about her and take you down memory lane a little bit. So come with me so I can show you some pictures and some videos of me and my sister and my family and my mom. And you can dig a little bit more into who she was and who I am. First picture. That's me, y'all. So in this picture, this was my last birthday party before my mother passed away. I had just got my hair done. I'm natural. I don't wear makeup. So this is about 10 years ago, maybe 11. And I was like glamour shot VeaPeachy. I was about 30. This is a picture then as well. I was partying. I don't know who that guy is. Some tall guy that was with my friend. Well, I'm only 4'11", everybody taller than me, but I was having fun. Smiles, smiles, smiles. I was cute. And this is my sister. That would be the CEO of Sassy Soul Boutique. She is 5 years older than me. And, we grew up really close. We were raised together. I remember always complaining to my mom, like, why you have us 5 years apart? But now, like, that, we that age, like, we much closer now, of course. But we grew up together. We were close. Our relationship was really strained after my mother passed away, but we fixed it, and we absolutely love each other. So of course, when my mother died, I was really, really sad. I want y'all to just take a minute and read this. You could pause the video. So basically, it says the realization of life is death, and to be out of the presence of the body is to be in the presence of the Lord. So, with my mother passing away, I was really sad, of course, who wouldn't be. And my mother had been in a nursing home for 12 years. So, she had, over the years, my mother had a lot of different things going on with her. She was paranoid schizophrenic. At the time, she couldn't walk. She was overweight. I think her highest weight was like maybe 400 or 500 pounds. She had made it down and had lost a lot of weight, but she was struggling with her weight, at least 8, even more than that. Basically, the whole time she was in a nursing home. And just her health, period. Congestive heart failure. She was having seizures. She was going into dementia. Just so many things, and she ultimately died of her organs failing. But I just felt like, that was one thing that comforted me, because she was a woman of God, and she, had given her life to the Lord. So I definitely felt like with her, knowing the Lord, that she went to heaven. That's my belief. That's my thought. So that gave me comfort. This was some pictures of the funeral. We wore red. That was my mom's favorite color. Up in the top, that's my mother to the left. All the way to the right in the top, that's my sister and I. The second thing, that's me with some people. Now in this picture, it's just my uncle in the middle. That's my uncle's daughter in the middle. That's me on the left on the bottom. And then at the top on the left is my son, DJ, in the middle. My sister's son, the dark-skinned boy, and her daughter on the left. And then the queen herself, my mommy. So her name was Teresa. Everybody called her Teddy. I had a lot of my personality is like my mother's. Definitely the one that's gonna come to the party, and everybody gonna be like, ooh, Teddy coming, because she gonna make you laugh. She definitely gonna bring some food. She was the number one macaroni and cheese maker in the family. Everybody still use her recipe, or they ask my sister and I to like bring macaroni and cheese everywhere. like the greens, and my mother always hosted, Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. My mother always threw the best parties. I had so many birthday parties because my mother always made a big deal about my birthday when I was little. My birthday is on May 29th. So I always had the bomb birthday parties, ribs and everything, because my birthday is near Memorial Day. So my mother always made sure that I had like really awesome birthday parties, sleepovers, or just whatever I wanted. And I always had like 2 or 3 cakes because I hated birthday cake when I was little. So my mother used to always, I used to like yellow cake with chocolate frosting. So she would buy me a birthday cake, and then I would get me a yellow cake with chocolate frosting, and that's all I would eat. But yeah, she was awesome, y'all. But yeah, she was funny. She just was an all around entertainer, just like me. Like, I could sing, I'll make you laugh. Everybody always wanted me around. Like, I'm opinionated, but people wanted to hear from me. You know what I mean? And I'm just like her, for real. I look like her. I act like her, and I miss her, and I wish she was here. So right here is my sister's wedding. And then these are pictures of me and my mother and my sister. Y'all probably thinking like, oh, what, they get ready for church? No, we are actually going to a play. So my mother used to do these things with my sister and I, where we used to have special days. So we would literally, this was actually not a special day. This was just us going to a play downtown. So yeah, this was us going to a play downtown. I remember. So we would go to all the plays. Like, if y'all can remember back when Tyler Perry was first writing plays, and we would go to downtown Cleveland, and we would catch a cab. My mother never had a car, so we would catch a cab, and we would go to the Hunan Renaissance, and we would dine in this like nice Chinese restaurant. That used to be the place we always would go. And I remember I would get the shrimp lo mein, I'll never forget. And then we would go to the play, and we would dress really nice and everything. And then we would go, after that, we would go to the play. And let me tell you about this one time real quick. So in downtown Cleveland, it used to be this big fountain in the middle of Public Square. So one day we had missed our cab, like the cab left us or something. So we were just waiting for the bus. We was about to get on like the RTA bus. So with us getting on the RTA bus, like the bus was taking all day. It was like late. So we had like our church, like our dress up clothes on, like with stockings and all that. So my mother was like, y'all want to get in the water? Like, that's my sister. So we like, what? So my sister, she was so scary. Like me, I was a ride or die. I'm just like, I'm doing whatever my mom doing. So she's like, y'all want to get in? I'm just like, what? For real? So she was like, come on. So like, it was like across the street. The bus stop was like across the street from the fountain. So I'm walking over there with my mother, and my mother's like, come on, Nadia, with your scary butt. She was just like, but Mom, what you doing? Blah, blah, blah. So we walking across there or whatever. I'm taking my shoes off because I see my mama taking her shoes off. We literally got in the public fountain, y'all. And we just splashing around like it ain't, like it's the middle of the summertime. Like, I mean, it wasn't cold, you know what I mean? It was summer, but it was like, a summer night, whatever. We just waiting on the bus. The bottom of our dress getting wet. I mean, we had so much fun. So next thing you know, the police come in there like, get out of the fountain, like talking on the loudspeaker. My mother cracking up. So they come over there. So like, even when they said that, she still didn't stop or whatever, right? Okay, so even when she said that, like, she still didn't stop. Like, she just kept going or whatever. So they came over to us, and they was like, they was like, ma'am, what's going on? And she was like, well, me and my daughter, we missed our cab. Me and my daughters, we missed our cab. We waiting on the bus. This and that, whatever. So you know what, y'all? The police end up taking us on. They like, well, you can't get on the bus, where or whatever, and this and that. So they like gave us blankets and put us in the back of the police car, and they drove us home. Man, I got some good memories with my mother, like, and she was fearless. Like, at the end of the day, it was just kind of like, well, whatever happened. Come on, let's jump in the water. Like, she was just raw, like, fun. And right here is a picture of her and Sister Sullivan. This was one of the ladies from the church. She was like a grandmother to us. She was real, real nice. But they were going on a bus trip. And then this was my mama's baby, Fafa. This is my father. Me and my sister got different fathers. He also made a big deal about my birthday. And he passed away as well. He passed away in 2018. So yeah, that's my mama's baby, Fafa. And you know, they made the beautiful VeaPeachy. And I made this pillow for them. I told y'all I be crafty. I be doing stuff or whatever. So y'all can see this pillow that I made. Guys, it's a front and a back. And I have their pictures on it. I used to do a lot of crafting. I had my own business. I did personalization. And y'all can kind of see how it's made. It's like one of those magic pillows. So yeah, I did do a lot of that. And I think this is the same video. So y'all could just see some of my crafting stuff. I could plug y'all in. If y'all see these ashtrays, I'm still doing ashtrays. If y'all want an ashtray, y'all can hit me up. But this is just some of the stuff that I used to do when I owned my business. Ashtrays, the personalized pictures. Like I said, I still make the ashtrays. You can contact me at 216-714-3252. This is my niece right here. That's a pillow with the tumbler. And that's one of my good friends. She graduated from college. This is just another picture that I made. That's my sister's husband. I did that for her family. This is a mug. My cousin, she drinks coffee and she used to braid hair. So I just did this for her. That was her logo, and then that was some of the hair that she had done. So I did that for her. She was happy. She loved it. Goody love braids. So if y'all ever come to Cleveland, need y'all hair braided, hit her up. This is I can't think of the name of it. I made that for my best friend. Another boy who I graduated back in 2021. Now I need to make one of these for my son. This is my brother-in-law's father, and that's him and his siblings when they were little. I made this for him my sister had me make this for him for Father's Day. His father passed a couple years ago. This was a mini tray set I made, because I make rolling trays. So it was a tray set, and then you got the little smoke thing. I made glasses for this girl's 40th birthday party. So y'all see, I do a little razzle dazzle. I made this for my nephew. This was just, my sister stuffed these with party favors and gave these away at his graduation party. He graduated from high school. Well, when he graduated from high school, he's in college now. I made these for my cousin. He got these for his sister. And I charge everybody FYI. So, even though these are stuff for my family. But I made a lot of money doing this. Trust me, I had a website and everything. These are t-shirts I made. Let's see. This is my nephew again when he was in football. T-shirt I made. Pillowcase. Some onesies I made. Necklace. Baby hat. That's for the car. Another necklace. More baby stuff. Baby stuff. More baby stuff. It's a bottle. But everything I used to make was personalized, y'all. These are milestone markers, like 1 month, 2 month. Actually, I have to make some of these this weekend. But I have to make them neutral because they don't know if the baby a boy or a girl. A bag I made. That's a blanket. I want to make one of these for my son. That's a license plate. Those are air fresheners for the car. Those are boxers. Stickers I made. Those are personalized towels for a baby's first birthday party. She had it at a water park. More stickers I made. Those are hands. That's a tray set. I made this design. That's a puzzle that I made. Another tray set. And this is my nephew again. He had keychain. Another tray. A tray. And then I make these trays, like, the trays that you sit food on. Yeah, I make those trays. Personalized. So I do a lot of stuff, y'all. Some of the sublimation stuff I don't do anymore because I don't have the printer anymore. I plan on buying me another one when I get some more room. But I still do trays, and I still can do... That's a rolling tray. I still can do the rolling tray, and I still can do, like, these hands. I still can do the ashtrays. So the rolling trays and the ashtrays I still can do. So y'all hit me up if y'all want one. 216-714-3252. They going. It's another tray I did. Telling y'all, I'm just super creative. So I just wanted to plug y'all in because I think I mentioned that I had a business before, but I don't know if y'all ever looked on my Instagram and actually scrolled down and actually saw my work. But this is definitely that. So I always think about, like, my mother used to always say how creative I was and how many things I used to do. This was my t-shirt. I used to sell t-shirts with my logo on it. That's me. And I just know that she would be super, super proud of me if she knew that I was doing this. She would just be head over heels. Or would have been head over heels. I don't do this anymore. But like I said, some stuff I still do make. I just don't advertise. I can make t-shirts. I don't really like to. But the trays and the ashtrays is really my thing now because they're quick and they're easy. They don't take forever. I don't have to go get a lot of stuff. I have all that stuff in the house. You know what I mean? Like, and that's like quick and easy. Everything else take a lot of time. And now that I'm working these 2 jobs, I really don't have the time. But yeah. So y'all holla at me for the rolling trays and the ashtrays or like the hand sculpture things. That's my logo. I'm going to still use my peach for my new logo too. That was Young V. That was Dejan when he was little. And that's my mom, y'all. And DJ. So that's when all our kids was little. They was so bad. Look at them, look like some baby kids. That's when we was in Michigan. We was at Chuck E. Cheese. That's Dejan. Look at Dejan biting his lip. Who he thought he was? That's my sister and my family. That's her and her son. That's when my sister was on them steroids. She was blew up. That's him graduating from high school. This is a picture of my 2 aunts. The one in the red, she passed away. So yeah, the one in the red, she passed away. And then the one that I'm covering up her face, she is loony. So, I want to keep my anonymity, like she important. So I don't get along with her. So, I'm going to keep her face covered. I respect that for her. Because if she thought that I was putting her on YouTube, she probably would try to sue me. But that's when our kids was little. Y'all see my son, the character in the middle. And now my oldest niece on the left, she is about to graduate from college. My son, about to graduate from high school in the middle. My nephew on the right is in college. I think he got a couple more years. And then my niece to the left of my son is a junior, about to graduate next year. This right here is a picture of my son and my uncle. My uncle was teaching my son to play chess. And my uncle was my mother's best friend. Like, they was siblings, but they kicked it like they was best friends. They was real, real close. My uncle had did 18 years in prison, so when he got out, you know what I mean? Like, he missed out on a lot. And my mother was home when he got out, but she went to the nursing home maybe about 3 or 4 years after he got home. So, he was very sad, of course, that she went to the nursing home. And he always was like, oh my God, my sister, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with her. So he felt a little guilt. And really, after she died, like, he was me, my brother-in-law, and my uncle. We were definitely 3 of the people that took it the hardest when my mother passed away. I always say that I think my brother-in-law took it harder than my sister, because my brother-in-law and my mother was very, very close. And, it was just really difficult for us 3. Once again, it's my nieces and my sister's family. I love my nieces and my sister's family. I love them so much. And my babies and my nephew. And my niece, again, this was her last homecoming. She the baby of our kids. And this is all of them. And this is my sister's goddaughter all the way to the left. She been taking care of her since she was a baby. My sister again. And me. And now it's time for my DJ. And that's my DJ. Hey, go DJ. And that's my DJ. Hey, y'all know I love my son. That's my sunshine right there, boy. That's me. Some more shots of me, and that's my boy. So y'all know how I feel about my son. I remember my mother used to always be like, because I had 5 miscarriages before I actually had Dejan. So Dejan is actually and literally a miracle child that I was able to have him. Y'all see all his hair. His hair changed so much. That was his party. So when my mother used to always say, "VeaPeachy, you're going to be a good mother." I used to be like, yeah, right. But I did raise him really well, and I'm proud and I'm happy. And, if it's a such thing as people looking down and being able to see you and, if that's actually a thing, I know she looking down like, yes, baby, you rocking it. My grandson is good and all of that. And look at baby V. Ooh, I was funny looking. Jesus Christ. That's me and my son again. And that's baby D. Hey, look at my foo-foo baby. That's Dejan when he was little, baby. His head was bigger than everything, baby. Ooh, his head was huge. Look at that head. That's my poop-poop, toot-toot-toot. My stinky-winky. And that's him and me and my uncle. And look at this guy. He just was so tough. Look at him. Was tiny as all get out. That's me again. With that go head, forehead. That was my natural hair, y'all. That's when my hair was all healthy. This is when I had dyed my hair. It was red. I used to love my red. I want to dye it again. And this was something I had found in a poem book, I think it was. Definitely wasn't in a dictionary. I think it was in a poem book or something. And I was like, this is so right. Because, and it's not true for everybody. Because, everybody don't feel this way about their kids. But it was true for mine. So basically it says, a mother is someone who will love you unconditionally to her last breath. Let me tell y'all this. So, and this is the reason why I believe this. So my mother was in hospice. She had went in hospice on Thursday. And basically from the day that my mother went into hospice, my sister and I, we sit at the hospital every day. Excuse me. So she ended up passing on that Sunday. So, coincidentally, after the day, we set up there Friday. We set up there Friday and Saturday. So Saturday, I ended up starting my period. And when I say my cramps was killing me, I'm talking about even sitting up in the chair, my back was hurting, my legs was hurting, my stomach was hurting. Like, I had suffered from really bad cramps when I was a kid, but I hadn't had really bad cramps like that in years. Like, especially after I had Dejan, they had really lightened up a lot. So I was surprised that I was having cramps that bad, but it was like, I was like, I just got to go home. I got to take a shower. I got to just lay down for a little bit. I'm going to take some medicine and I'm going to come back. So, I ended up leaving like late that night. My sister had left and went to get some food or something. I had kind of already had a heart-to-heart with her because my mother was in and out of consciousness and her mind was kind of going. But, she would wake up and be like really, really alert. You know what I mean? And say stuff that made sense. And then, so she had one of those conscious moments and I had my heart-to-heart with her and it was cool. And my sister had a heart-to-heart with her. And, so we had those moments, with her. So it was like, okay, it's cool. We can, we fine. Whatever happens at this moment is all good. So I had left that night. Now I went home, took my shower, I ate something, and I was like, I'm going to take a nap and then I'm going to go back up there. Boom. I fell asleep. And that whole time that we was up there, I could not go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, I was up for days. Them little couple days we was up there. My sister too. Like, we was in the chairs, hardly sleeping, talking to each other all night. So, like I said, once I got home, took that medicine, took that shower, I fell into a deep, deep sleep. Okay? Like, I was knocked out. I ended up waking up the next morning and I'm like, oh my God, so I got up, took another shower and ran down to my car. And I was having some issues with my car. And of course, my car would not start. So, it started, but I had like an issue where I couldn't put my car in drive. It was like something was wrong with my gear shift. So I called the dude, like, I need you to come up here and help me because I got to get back up to the hospital. My mom is dying and anything can happen and blah, blah, blah. I need you. So he like, okay, I'm going to come up there and fix it in like an hour. You got to give me some time. So I'm like, okay. So I'm calling up to the hospital. I'm like, everything cool? They like, yeah, she good. This and that. We up here. My brother-in-law was up there. And it's like some of my cousins and stuff like that. My sister had left, right? So everybody else up there except me and my sister. Man, me and my sister was the only people that was staying up there all day and all night, all the other days. Do you know my mother passed away when me and my sister was gone? All those days, them little couple days, we stayed up there. And my mother took her last breath after we was gone. And that's why that statement will always hold true to me. Because I believe that my mother didn't want us to see her take her last breath. And she held it. Like, she held out. And I left that night. And I was able to sleep that night. I can remember the dream that I had that night. I remember the peace that I had felt after me and her had our moment. I remember everything. And, my sister left and she, went home and was okay. And not being able to start my car. And man, listen, it was just crazy. And we both came back up there. And by the time we got back, she had passed away, so that statement or that thing, a mother is someone who loves you unconditionally to her last breath, and she just didn't want her daughters, seeing her take her last breath, and that's what she did. She held it until we left. Now I feel like I wish we would have stayed up there forever. But okay, y'all, thanks for listening. I appreciate y'all. Most of the things that I do is not this heavy, but I wanted to honor her this day and she meant everything to me. So, if you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's VeaPeachy, and I'm out. Peach out.